let's get rolling. Need to load up mods. Not sure why it makes me do that every time. I wish it would auto, like, just remember it. But not a huge deal. It's just a quality of life thing, I guess. Last night we left off at turn 50. Tonight I'm going to try and make it to turn 90. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Let's see, load game. So this has been a tough start. We're lagging behind the other empires, but we are starting to get some momentum now. Cranking out some good stats. Looks like we maybe have a law we can pass. I don't know why I had this exclamation point. Maybe letting us know next election is in 10 days. Okay. Colonize or create an outpost on 2 unique planets, right? Let's check what we're doing here. We're building Dinarche University here in the main system. We need to start getting these systems fully colonized. Probably behind on that, actually. And I'm going to spend influence on tech once we've cleared this queue. On science, I should say. Let's see, looks like we have a full fleet here, so that's our fleet number 2, wasn't it? We can't colonize here because I don't have the ability to colonize any of these planets, but I have a colonizer on standby. Okay, this is fleet number 2. So we've got modern fleets. I'm going to go ahead and send them to Ibilla. And we're about to get to this system and complete another quest. I think it completes it, or maybe it just gets one of 2. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think it's one of 2 systems that are outside your solar system that you're traveling through without using space lanes. All right, let's go ahead and end turn. Maybe we will buy this tech so that we can get started researching some tech that'll help us colonize planets. Low manpower. Okay. Empire lacks troops to fill your star systems and fleets. Solo quest complete. Looking to the future, excavating the past. Powerful industrial laws shape and control the empire. If the betrayer or anyone else has designs on fomenting a second uprising, they will find it difficult. You enjoy the moment of respite for now. No turning back. The time has come. Your grip on the Empire has never been tighter. Your laws never stronger. The restless nights that plagued your last few years now seem like a bad dream. Every night you lay your head down on your Imperial pillow, you quickly drift into a deep sleep, waking well-rested and content. What musings thread your dreaming mind are not concerned with paranoia or rebellion, or the fate of a young woman slowly growing old in the depths of the Imperial prison. The question of who masterminded the rebellion all those years ago no longer vexes you like it did. You'd be lying if you said it no longer troubled you in the slightest, but like your aging body, it is something you will grow to accept. What occupies your thoughts more is what the historians will make of your legacy. Before you hand the reins of power over to Emperor-elect Petra Mandzukic, you must decide the fate of the Empire, decisively. Will you steer the Empire into the hands of the Sheridan Hawks, or will you give power to the Mizari traditionalists who exalt science? That's actually an interesting sentence there. I'm having to clear my throat a few times. That's why you're hearing pauses, because I'm muting Mike. My voice needs to warm up is my assumption. But this is a really interesting statement here because it's like it shows how things can be full circle over time. At this point in time, in the timeline, it is science that is thought to be the traditional view, right? And we've actually seen this cycle in real world history. Not exactly like this, but what I'm saying is that everything seesaws. And so in the Age of Enlightenment, things went towards what was called logic or reason. I would argue that neither one of those applied, but that's what they called it. They were pursuing a worldview based on reason, but they were being completely unreasonable about it. And it got to the point that society as a whole kicked back real hard, and that's when we entered into the Age of Romanticism. Whenever people were looking for the mystery in life, they grew tired of everything having to be done through reason or debate or whatever it was. I'm sure there's I'm not doing it justice with my explanation, but this happened. And nowadays, for a long time, the dominant worldview has been one of atheism versus theism. But more and more these past, I would say since the 2000s, you've been seeing a move towards spirituality. Now, it's not necessarily a pursuit of any specific faith, and it's not even a pursuit of one system of faith even. People are kind of cobbling together bits and pieces from different belief systems, but they are turning back to kind of the mystery and the explanations and what we call, I guess, maybe the mysticism explanations of the universe that spiritual beliefs bring to the table. And that's what looks like is happening here. Will you steer the empire into the hands of the Sheridan Hawks, or will you give power to the Massari traditionalists who exalt science? Well, for there to be a choice here, that means that there's enough sentiment that could go against the Massaris, and it's probably most felt in the third one. Or perhaps you believe in staying the course, seeing through the project to conquer the galaxy as a united empire. Remember, united empire is based on influence, and influence comes from the religion side. So I just thought that was very interesting, because it's like Andy Warhol once said, does life imitate art, or does art imitate life? You can see reflections of things that human beings have wrestled with for centuries on end, and you can see the cycle being repeated in the imaginations of people writing fiction, because all fiction is based on some kind of understanding of real world. Anyway, I just thought it was neat. Whatever you choose, there will be no turning back. The fate of the empire rests in your hands. We're going to go United Empire, set up 6 or more active trade routes. Okay, I've heard that this is the easiest one. But this one right here, this is what I've been practicing. And since I'm trying to learn this game, I kind of keep everything same. Reuse and recycle. Materials skimmed from the vast trading network in your empire can be invested elsewhere, permitting faster and easier industrial development in your systems. We will gain plus 10% industry on systems. See, this almost might be the worst choice for our particular situation, because we are drowning in industry right now. We have a need for everything else. But maintain your culture as United Empire. So political opinion would be industrialists. All right, 6 or more active trade routes. Okay, population lost on Terkana. We have skill up. Okay, where am I going to go with this? Maybe here? I don't really need it, so it might be better to get the approval. Or even... oh yeah, the dust. We're going to go with that. Okay. Sci-fi school, that's good. So Ibella has empty construction. This is going to help. These two things here are going to help address our manpower issues. Okay, Ibella. Being an industry based, right? 10, 16, 16. We're not actually getting anything from these plants because we haven't colonized them yet. But I look with a long-term strategy. Well, for one thing, we can bring that up. We can study that. That'll take us one turn. And let's see. This is pretty close to being a border system. Let's go with this honeycomb. What was it called? Honeycomb scope. And then I think it would be good to improve the approval. I don't think I have good science here. So yeah, science is completely wasted in this system. All right. I wanted to look at maybe buying this. You cannot afford. I'm very close to being able to afford, so we'll let that research for a couple turns. Here we go. We're going to complete this. Mutated flora. +2 approval and +2 food per population. An example of biodiversity gone berserk. This planet shows a variety of plant mutations of every size, shape, color, scent, flavor, and psychoactive effect that one could imagine. Some of the more notable results include rich food supplies and ecstatic gourmet chefs. If we colonize that system, we might be able to turn it into a food source. I need to see what the other planet has to offer. There are ruins in this system, old enough and sophisticated enough that they must have come from the Endless. There are machines within machines, some of which are still running, and others that are so alien you are not sure how to tell if they are running or not. It will take time to investigate properly. That is, if you don't just take the dust and run. Yeah, we are going to investigate properly, so we're going to get -5 science on systems for 10 turns. 80% chance to discover something. And we have more Gedonics. The only known occurring anti-gemstone. I think I've read this before. If I haven't, it's right there for you. +2 industry and +1 approval per population. Okay, we have one more here. I'm out of probes. Gotcha. So we have what kind of world is this? Steps, 6 food. Oh, huge toxic, bummer. 3 food still, but I don't know. I might be able to make it into a food source. It's got 8 dust, 5 dust. So who's winning there? 6, 7, 8, 9 food total between the 2 planets. And 5 + 8, 13. So dust wins. Yeah, I think I just would not colonize it then. All right, where am I going to send you now? Let's go here. Okay. Moving on to turn 52. Our expedition was successful and we have found reserves of adamantium on Ibella 3. Okay, good. Friendly, the minor civilization will provide you with most of their resources. Event end of bumper crop. And Eridanius and Turkana need new construction. Eridanius, what are we building you up for? Okay, shipping. So you are industry based. That means I want you, you, and you. Okay, I need to also find out how I'm doing on food in the Empire. Plus 33, plus 41, plus 28, plus 35. So we're doing, every system is in the green. Haha, no pun intended. Turkana, also a shipping yard. We will give Chain Gang and Patriot Pills. We're not always going to be constructing in all of these systems, because otherwise you're all these buildings, they cost dust, and it's they're not always being run very efficiently because their cost doesn't change. So if you put a dust building up here, that's going to produce a whole bunch of dust because the planet's characteristics line up with that. You're getting big bang for your buck. But if you're not producing hardly any dust at all here, but you got the same building up and it's costing the same, then that's bad, right? Who are you? Kappa. Ah, we've already had fights. All right, let's move. Oh shoot, I missed a that was a mistake. I guess not a huge one. Okay, well anyway, we still can't afford this. I must be just out of range. Okay, so go another turn. We're 8 turns out. I think we can afford it now. Yes. All right, Petra got a skill. Let's go. Let's see, we have her loaded up with industry, food, and science. So we could enter into influence or approval. Might want to go approval. This actually might be good also. These are for fleets mostly, I believe. Yeah, ships. We do have this one. Then there's this. I think I'm going to go with the approval. And then maybe branch into influence. All right. Let's see, what else do we have up here? Population lost. And population gained. So when it says population lost, I'm assuming that they're moving to other planets that we have colonized, that they're not leaving our empire. But I don't know that for sure. I mean, that just now kind of occurred to me. Ibella is done. Turkana. Okay, so on to the next things in their queues. Have the ships move. And really, where should I have you go next? Well, there's not really anything for them to do except to return and get this one curiosity that's left. I didn't mean to. That was the wrong button. Here we go. I mean, I guess I could have them come over here, but no, there's nothing really to discover over here either, unless they were to... No, there's no space lanes going out. This system's kind of very small and self-contained. Okay, what else? We were gonna buy that tech, so bam. And then I was gonna go and I needed ice. And I need wave function control anyway, so We're going to grab that. And I think desert would be good. And then we're going to need lava. So we'll let these, looks like 13 turns. Yeah, okay, so I'm already loaded up pretty decently. Let's see, what else? 12 turns left here. Okay, I think we're ready to push to turn 54. Am I able to build trade companies yet? I don't think I have that tech. Yeah, not yet. All right. Hostile trace detected. Quest started, forged in battle. A hero comes to you with an unusual request. They would like to have a formal dispensation, an order from you, to be allowed to hunt down other heroes in the galaxy. Wow. This seems a bit odd, of course. An old tradition, a hazing ritual, a practical joke gone too far. However, when a hero wins a battle, they gain power from which you benefit, and in addition to this, the notoriety and image of your empire will certainly gain stature. Very well then, let the heroes play their games as long as you can profit from it. Let the hunt begin. It's time to let loose the dogs of war. Unleash your hero on 3 fleets commanded by heroes within 40 turns. So I need a fleet commander. And I'll get the Behemoth Overdrive. Okay. Population you show. Population gained, okay. Construction complete. Ibella needs more work. Go with that one, that one, that one, and that one. What's this do again? Yeah. All right. Do I have a lot of strategic resources here? Not a whole lot. So then this doesn't help a ton. Maybe once this comes online, we can justify it. How are we looking on rankings here? 287. We're still 3rd from bottom. I think before we were 4th from bottom, so we may have gotten past. All right, intern. Quest failed. Colonizer created an outpost on 2 unique planets. Okay. Solo quest started. Another member of Isyander's inner circle is in contact with you. A highly suspicious Sofa known as Igzraz, whose calls cannot be blocked and whose messages show up on devices that nobody knows exist. It seems that he is Isyander's chief of information security, and he is showing great interest in your hero's assignments. He asks simply that you improve the experience and skills of a hero, and that he will learn all he needs to know by tracking the progress. When you ask how he expects to get the information, he rolls his eyes and rattles off a list of your passwords, data keys, and makes a snide comment about the contents of your personal info, your personal safe. See that your heroes gain both experience and power, or they may seek it elsewhere. Level a hero up to at least level 8. Reward will be the Empire Academy. Part of your hero's assignment is to pass on some of the knowledge and techniques of management learned at the Academy. While the effects are not as great and the participants have not been enhanced by dust, the lessons from the hero improve the output of your population. +2 food and +2 dust on original Empire population. So for us, that's the Imperials. Okay. Oh, the I Am Horatio faction has taken over sovereignty for the Galvrons. So they're leaving Abella. I don't know where they're going. Turkana has empty construction queue. Exotic rations. Move the fleets. And how do I actually recruit a hero? I don't have access to any of that yet. Okay, so nothing to do but intern. Mind matters. A brilliant inventor from the Authero system has created a wondrous piece of technology, a neural device that allows one to temporarily control the thoughts and actions of another. Unfortunately, the inventor only created one, and he apparently passed away shortly after testing it for the first time. There's a bit of a hullabaloo over what to do with the device now. Do we destroy it, or do we confiscate it? Well, I'm going to roleplay this one. From what I've been reading about this empire, we're going to confiscate it. Plus 100% experience gains on heroes on system Authero for 15 turns. And it increases the militarist political ideology. And I have just now noticed we are actually earning -1 influence per turn. Because our law upkeep is costing us a little bit more than what we're making. Alright, so we gotta increase our influence per turn. Okay, industrialists still dominate. Antimatter deposit. Okay, so this guy we're gonna park him because I don't really have anything else for him to do at the moment. I don't want to send him down here. He'll antagonize things. Oh, look, we could send him out here. There we go. How many turns is that gonna take him? I don't think it even counts that high. Oh, yeah, it does. 18 turns. All right, that's a long voyage. Ten turns, and then we'll be able to colonize ice. Okay. Oh, see, our dust we were up at +60, now we're down to +21, so we're starting to get impacted here. We really need some more planets. The Quantitative Society, a cabal of scientists and visionaries from a prominent research group and think tank have come forward to your government promising to deliver the dream of a utopian society. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's no greater fools in history than these people. They have created a vast super AI that can watch and learn from all, and believe that all will benefit from its scrutiny. Oh my gosh, man, the implications. We've seen this movie time and time again. Like many who have come up with ideas to quote-unquote fix society, their dream is riddled with their own biases and hang-ups, including believing that life isn't worth living without a dependable chain of caffeine bars featuring semi-designer furnishings and quote-unquote exotic mood music. That's funny. That's funny. The fact their vision of a perfect society also involves mandatory science, quote-unquote fun, means that although your citizens will become more rational, they won't be as pliant. A more popular, less scientifically beneficial move would be to ignore them. Yeah, we should reject them. Let's see, if we embrace, we would gain science, and that's helpful. Negative 15 influence on systems on Empire, though. See, I would kind of actually argue it's the opposite. The religious are the least, are the ones that you can't influence. Science, man. Have you seen the trust the science things trotted out in the past few years? Talk about malleable. Reject, plus 20 influence on systems on Empire. Well, that's pretty much needed. We're now at -2. And it increases the religious political ideology. By ramping up the focus on the infringement of basic rights that the AI system will entail, the rejection of the Eggheads plan can provide a major boost to your popularity. We're going to take that. And we're gaining population. What are these guys good at again? Where do I find that at? How my population breaks down. It's in this screen. Population details. The Calgeros, they bring extra approval. The U show extra manpower capacity. So we want U show on sterile planets and Calgeros on fertile. The Calmot, that's what I was looking for. What is this? Shows the effects of this population. I don't know what that meter means. I have no idea what that means. They like small planets, though. Maybe because they're lava-based, this is about industry. And this is +1 influence. That might be why we're seeing fluctuations. These guys keep leaving. All right. Let's not worry about min-maxing populations just yet. 9 turns out for wave function. All right. We're now at +78 on influence. Wow, that was a big jump. That was a big jump. Okay, pushing to turn 58. Thieves and traders. It seems that certain... here we go. I was waiting for these pirates to show up. It seems that certain rebellious elements within the Academy have decided to formally oppose Isyander's vision of the future. It is said that they refuse to accept some of the potential risks of his crusade, which happen to include the possible eradication of intelligent life. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is that propaganda or is that legit? Breaking into the open, these rogue fleets of dissenting heroes are out in the galaxy, attempting to foment rebellion and interrupt the long-view strategic game that Isyander is playing. No longer being entirely sure of his own so-called followers, the leader of the Academy requests your help in bringing them down. Put an end to the rogue heroes that are opposing Isyander's grand plan. Hunt down and defeat the 3 rebel fleets. Okay, that's what just showed up. Academy ship where a betrayer was defeated. New event, babies not booms. There has been a noticeably increased birth rate in one of the systems of your empire, Terkana, that identifies as militarist and scientific. The trend is particularly strong among the Harashim. Why? Your advisors say it's a cultural response to the instability of galactic warfare, while a leading analyst claims it's a reaction to the prosperity of peace. Perhaps no one really knows. +1 Harashims on your system, Terkana. Lifting the lamp. A small immigrant community is forming. Your heart swells seeing them go about their daily business. Your empire is growing in more ways than one. Your heart swells? Really? Can you get any more sappy than that? That's a little... That's a bit odd. Capture, assimilate, or attract. I like to capture. We're Assyrians. Capture, assimilate, or attract a new population type into your empire. And we get 80 influence for that. Okay, good. New luxury resource discovered. Deciduous trees. Mutated trees, likely crafted by the Endless, that filter dust. Effects within a system development upgrade, plus 60 dust on system. Alright. That's if you choose to use it as a system development upgrade. Which maybe I should have, because we are really high on industry, but currently we're using Gedonics for plus 60 industry instead. Okay, Eridanus and Turkana have empty construction queues. What could we make here? Exotic rations. And let's check Turkana. Pretty much done there. Okay, so I want to start another fleet. Oh, you know what? Did I get to the improved ones? That's a Pathfinder. Aegis. Yeah, I have the improved models now. Okay, so we can throw in another engine. And I think I'll go defense. Oh yeah, particularly for this one. Definitely more defense. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 on the hull plating and 2 shields. And the stiletto, we can put another gun on there. That's gonna be... What are you? You're a laser. Ultra dense slugs. I'm just kind of toying around with being full-on artillery and seeing how that works for me. Put another ram scoop in. Let's double check and see. 3 movement points plus 25% distance traveled per movement point. 2% ship evasion. So this one will help you in combat. I don't know if this one does, but we're going to go with these anyway. We have a defensive module that I will put plating in. Everything's filled up there. Apply that design. And then take those out and bring these in. Okay. Then over here we should be able to upgrade you. No? Oh, we can't afford it, darn it. Man, maybe take those out and it would be better to upgrade. Alright, and these I can't afford to upgrade. And it's because we're not producing strategic deposits on our own. Okay. We're going to bring this fleet down to here. And we're going to stick our upgraded military, our upgraded navy on defense. So when these guys enter, we should be able to jump them with both fleets. This is one enemy fleet of unknown empire. These are the betrayers. Okay, we are 8 turns out from wave function control, so we'll push to turn 59 now. Oh yeah, Turkana has an empty construction queue. They don't have anything else to build. So I'm going to leave them empty for right now. None of this really helps this system. Okay, more betrayers up here. All right, here they are. Now that's a bigger ship than what we've got. So I am going to attack them right now. I should have combined my fleets. Hold on, that was a mess up. I don't think I can combine them now. Yeah, so I screwed that up. We're going to roll back once. Okay, so these are the upgraded ones. This, I want to get rid of one stiletto. And that allows me to merge these two fleets. And I can now attack. All right, now it says we have the edge, but barely. And I'm gonna go. I like the defense, and I can't swap tactics out right now anyway. So let's hit fight. We're facing a medium ship here. Okay. Did I suffer 2 casualties or just 1? Okay, I lost just 1. I almost lost a second, but we can repair him instead. We can upgrade as much as possible. Okay. so let's see if this guy comes to us. Okay, we can push to turn 60. Yes, I understand Terkan is empty. Economic development or environmental sustainability. An argument as old as sentient life has... Well, that's not true at all. An argument as old as sentient life has still not found its ultimate answer. Even now, differing voices within your government advocate strongly for one or the other approach. Improve your industrial output at the risk of damage to the ecosystems, or promote conservation and responsible development at the risk of a decline in your economic power. As the supreme leader of your empire, the choice comes down to you. Well, let's see. It depends on what they're talking about here. I haven't moused over this yet. But for example, logging companies have moved plots of where they log for... is it right to say centuries? It's for a long flipping time. Maybe since the industrial age, where you could mass mow down entire forests. They found that that's a really good way to end your business, you know. So they'll log in one area, and then they'll do that for a certain period of time, and then they'll move to the next. And by the time they cycle around to that original area that they started, the trees have grown back. Farmers do the same thing. So conservation has been around just as long as industrialized, I guess, would you call it exploitation? So what are we dealing with here? Make the ecologists angry by enacting 2 industrialist laws. Use the Senate screen as... Well, we've already got that in place, so I'm probably going to run with that. The reward is a random technology. Or we could do the opposite, and the reward is still a random technology. Well, then we're going to go industrialist. Okay. This came to an end. All right. Okay, we're so they are on their way to us. So we're gonna take this ship on probably next turn. Six turns out. We're getting +6 on our population. I don't know if that's good or not. Like if that's a... Definitely we want to be in the plus, but is +6 considered a strong number or a weak number? This is probably dead on, well, 35% to 13%. I'm going to stay with official support. 4 to 1, 4 to 1, and 3 to 1, and 4 to 1. Okay, so we won easily for the industrialists. We are now entrenched. Militarists have surpassed scientists. New event, the ghost of a machine part 2. There are ruins in this system old enough and sophisticated. Okay, I've read that. Success +10 dust on systems for 15 turns. Good. The new industrialist movement on Turkana is causing more problems than you would like. Apparently, some political organizations have been spearheading a civilian movement to tear down the old, destroying valuable cultural monuments. Wow, they're ISIS. And priceless artifacts in an attempt to usher in a new industrial era. If this is allowed to continue, intellectualism and innovation on Turkana will be crippled for decades to come. Still, the near fanatical energy of this movement is doing wonders for your systems industry. What will you do? Well, I think I'm going to stop it. We're very strong on industry as an empire. We could use more science. It just seems like there's all the pluses in the world on this side. Our industrial political ideology is very strong. I think it can weather it doesn't need the increase, whereas the scientists just now lost to the militarists, so they have waning influence. So we're going to go stop. Academy reminder message. I don't care. Hacking operation traced. Your hacking operation has been traced back and was forcefully canceled. You will suffer penalties on your system. Okay.
I trust you no more than I would
We
trust
know
a
you've been
clan
hacking
merchant
us.
selling Kasai.
Desist immediately. All right. Well, I'll accept that. I think I accidentally was hacking on them. I accept. Event end. Population gained. Luxury prices increased. And we have a fight. Losing 2 ships on that encounter might really hurt, just simply because I'm not really able to manufacture these ships. I might have to roll it back. I'm rolling the dice right now by not rolling back my models and building up new ships. And I don't know if that's going to work well or not. What do we have going on here? Oh, it's under blackout, causing the whole node to be unresponsive for 5 turns. Wow. That's the penalty we suffered for hacking. And I'm assuming because I think we were hacking this system and maybe it was traveling through here. And that's how we got busted. Okay. Numbers are looking pretty good up here. 4 more turns until wave function control, but we're kind of on the ragged edge. Let's go to scan view. Let's go defensive. You already have it, right? Yeah. There we go. Oh, we might be... No, we're at 54-59. Okay. I need to do repairs, I think. Yep. Okay, intern. New event, a two-way street. The recent switch to industrialist politics in Turkana has left many unhappy. Chief among the dissidents is a radical splinter group who have begun raiding shipping lanes to disrupt economic activity. The governor has imprisoned the worst of the offenders and plans to deactivate several established, historically significant space stations to build a network of newer, cheaper, secure waypoint systems for intra-system travel. The people have voted against this proposal, citing historical and cultural value. The decision falls to you. No, I believe we should scrap it. Let's see what the advantages are here. But just based on this, without looking at how the game is impacted, I would tear it all down and build new infrastructure. There's just evidence that whenever you do that, your whole system gets a lot better, actually. Like, a lot better. Neg 10 approval on Turkana for 10 turns, but plus 20 dust. And over here it would be plus 10 approval, but neg 20 dust. Okay, approve. Population gained. And Eridanius, we need to check. I don't think I would build anything here. In 3 turns, we'll be ready to colonize. I think this is the pirate or the betrayer. New event, Smoking Gun Part 1. With the elections approaching, you've begun to take note of the growing support from minority parties within your government. Your aides have given you conflicting reports on the causes. Some try to argue it's a matter of policy views, age gaps, and changing values. But the arrests of several high-profile legislators charged with spying for the enemy means there may be a bigger picture at stake. A group of mercenaries approaches you, spies who claim expertise in getting results done without getting caught. If you hire them, they claim they could root out the conspirators and tip the election in your favor. Reduce cheat costs during elections. There is a 40% chance that the spies' activities will be discovered, triggering another political crisis in 20 turns. Their prices are high, but their information is good. You'll need all the help you can get to save your administration from the corruption within. Or arrest the spies, you get plus 10 influence on Empire for 20 turns. Your enemies may surround you, but you will not stoop to their level. Well, if I were role-playing, and I role-played a little while ago, we would probably go with this one. The thing is that, I mean, maybe not, given the circumstances. We are flatlining these elections. We have a clear majority. We're very popular. I would go with this one. This seems like an unnecessary risk. So in other words, the scenario they're reading, this is scripted. This scenario doesn't fit what's happening in the game right now, so I don't believe anyway. So hit confirm there, arrest the spies. And Ibella, we need to check on. I don't see anything here. So we will push to turn 64. Deed Raiser of Armies failed. Okay, be the first to have an empire capacity of 3,000 manpower. So those are little things that everybody's racing to be the first on. These guys are going back to Otheros, so we want to grab our fleet and see if we can beat them to the punch. Okay, wave function control is now complete. And we are working on evaporation inhibitors. I haven't even read this stuff. I meant to. Research into creating spaces that prevent wave function collapse in computing devices underpin powerful abilities. No cats will be harmed in the creation of this technology. That's funny. Optics Research Labs. This is more than simply determining ways to collapse the wave functions of photons or study technologies to bend their paths. Fundamental research into the nature of leptons is part of the Institute's charter, and discoveries should have great effects on the knowledge of light, gravity, and dark energy. Interrogate. Defensive hacking program. Bombarding incoming packets with queries causes the bandwidth costs of enemy hacking operations passing through the node to increase. Plus 30% bandwidth. Oh, that's what that symbol's for. Plus 30% bandwidth cost on hacking programs. When trying to hack this node. So whatever I put this onto, it's going to cost the enemy 30% more bandwidth. And it also removes any detected backdoor. That seems pretty nice. Overload. Flooding the target node's networks with undecipherable noise means the bandwidth cost of Defender's programs escalates, causing widespread data and communication errors. Plus 10% bandwidth cost for all enemy programs on the system while your hacking op is ongoing. And then, of course, we can colonize ice. Cold and surprisingly dry in spite of their ice sheath, ice-type planets can be forbidding to colonize. Though windswept and hostile, habitats can now be easily sunk below the permafrost level, thanks to orbital drills that function through focused sonic and electromagnetic waves. Wow, that's neat. And we're now researching evaporation inhibitors. Not the most glamorous of novel technologies, a firm grasp of the proto-science of evaporation inhibition nonetheless can grant access to some very useful toys, like toys to stop all your fuel or water boiling away. Deep crust secrets. An increased understanding of vapors, whether their base is liquid or solid and triggered by temperature or pressure, allows scanning and analysis of deep planetary strata that could not previously be analyzed. Oh, so our curiosity detection level goes up, and expedition power. Oh, and then we can terraform. While not enabling carte blanche terraforming, the ability to construct robust structures that can adapt to changing conditions allows planets to be altered into more benign versions of their essential type. We can terraform sterile planets into other types. Colonize desert. Desert ecosystems are famous for their fragility, with low water levels, delicate soils, and intricate and easily upset food chains. They are difficult to reliably and sustainably develop. In fact, their colonization would not be practical without a greatly improved understanding of how to retain water. Okay, new population collection bonus for the Imperials. All right. Academy power has increased. Solo quest started, incoming. So they're at it again, are they? Reconnaissance data indicates that a group of pirates have targeted one of your systems. Allowing that to happen on your watch will certainly cause some annoyances in the next election. Would you really let a bunch of criminals upset your carefully constructed vision for your empire? The pirates must be taught a lethal lesson, either by use of your fleets or by the clear indication that they are set up to fail. As always, it is your political acumen or budgetary needs that will determine how best to handle this. Remove the pirate threat from the Eridania system either by destroying it directly or by assigning a Guardian-class hero to planet's defense. They will arrive in 5 turns. And we'll get 60 super spuds for that. A Guardian-class hero, I don't have any of those. Both of my heroes are counselors. All right, where are we going to go with this? I had decided to, we were going with approval. The hero focuses on building positive relationships with leaders across a given system and creates a united vision for how their work can boost the greater glory of the Empire. Hey, we got the Dinarke University. That's a big deal. I don't think I can do anything here. Yeah, because we're locked out for one more turn. Okay, Eridanius in 5 turns. That's not very long. Fortunately, we're actually moving close. We're going to have to fight this guy first and then go over there. We're still not producing any of this stuff. Let's see, we can take our colonizer ship and move over here. Large ice, large ice. 4, 5, 6 total, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. So we'll colonize you. You also have a beneficial anomaly that gives industry and dust. Cheyenne 2. Whoa. And pay the dust. It'll take 24 turns. Okay. This will unlock desert planets. That'll be done in 8 turns. Oh, are you kind of stuck here? You're supposed to be going out there. Okay, he'll be out there in 7 turns. There's another system. Yeah, see the difference here? They've populated 3 planets there. 3 here, 3 here. That's going to be a huge difference in economy output, whereas 2 is the best I've got, and that was inherited. So, it's been a little rough. All right, moving to turn 66. We have a whole bunch of idle systems. I can't do anything about Athero. Eridanius, I can put that up probably. Turkana is done. Ibella, we can put that up. All right, intern.
Generosity is a trait of the honorable.
Ibella's finished with chain gangs. All right, what do we have? What kind of planets do we have? We've got lava, 2 lavas. Over here we can put up an optics research center. Do I have anomalies? I've got 2 anomalies. So we'll put one of those up too. Oh shoot, no, but it's not, I haven't colonized it yet. All right, let's just stick with the Optics Research Center for right now. Plus 25% science on happy. Are we happy? We're content. So in here we have what? What is this? Toxic, Mediterranean, and a desert. All right, so I do have a Mediterranean. I need to get that one. Over here, we're looking at ash, 2 ashes. So 2 lavas and 2 ashes. Over here, we have a desert and a gas. All right. And I think I looked at Ibella already. Yeah, that was the lavas. And then this is cold, so you got Arctic and ice. Mediterranean would be good to have. Ash, maybe, and lava. So what's easier to get to between ash and lava? Because I know where Mediterranean's at. It's right here. Lava is here, I think. So I could pick it right away also. Where is ash at? Here. They're all three, really. I could probably queue all three of them up. All right. Everybody move. 6 turns out over there. Oh, they just left. All right, so I have to chase them. No, shoot. Okay, these are the Void Runners, and these are the Unknown Empire. So yes, I do have to move to here. Wrong button. Click you. Click you. All right. I'm ahead of them. Outstanding. So we'll be there waiting for them. Those ram scoops really came in helpful on that one. All right, everything else that's empty in construction queue I'm good with. I suppose I can take a look at hacking since we got some new abilities. How do I do this? Impossible, you don't have enough bandwidth. How do I remove? I think I just have to wait for it to end. Duplicate error. Yeah, I can't disable it, so. We're building optics. Oh, you know what? I do need optics research. What was that quest requiring? 3 of them. And these do what for me? They improve science. Well, I've only got one system right now that's going to really be good at. I suppose I'll put one up here. Maybe I can tear it down later. Terracana is just trash for science. Well, we do have 20 right here. Oh, no, it's not. But this is really all that matters right now, so I'll put one up here too. Yeah, and then that'll give me 3 total, which will fulfill the quest. Looks like we can buy evaporation inhibitors. We might not beat them there. Okay. Buy that out. Then queue this up. This up and this up. All right, so let's see what we got here. Rare earth foams. This is going to take a total of 16 turns. Scarce and difficult to manipulate, rare earth metals are nevertheless critical to many advanced technologies. The ability to create viable metallic foams from these unusual metals gives a boost to cutting-edge astrotechnology. We get the debris analyzer, which I probably won't use. Colonize Mediterranean. Though objectively beautiful, the environment of Mediterranean-type planets can be harsh. Soil is often poor, rainfall limited, and summers harsh. Adaptation of both shelter and agriculture is required to survive in this relatively austere biome. Okay. And then we've got atmospheric filtration queued up, a first step in purifying and preparing planets for colonization or terraforming consists of reducing toxic elements in the atmosphere and creating tolerable chemical balances. And then out of that, we can get Luxuries Lottery. I never really used this. A shameless grab for popularity. The Luxuries Lottery, nonetheless, is an effective means by which governments can gain their citizens' goodwill. Run by networked machines across the system, for every luxury deposit discovered, a monthly lottery brings a glittering windfall to one lucky individual. Look at that upkeep, 16 dust. But you get +5 approval per luxury deposit. Colonize Ash. Attempts to colonize ash-type planets without some form of topological control has a long history of failure. Life-sustaining habitats desiccating to the point of death in greenhouses, succumbing to irreversible desertification were not unknown. Life-sustaining habitats desiccating to the point of death in greenhouses, succumbing to irreversible desertification were not unknown. Fortunately, with improved technologies, these problems are a thing of the past. Nice. And then here's maximum exploitation. Early industrial societies are more or less vast engines for producing waste. Little of what is initially taken from the ground actually ends up as a product, and the rest is dumped. By maximizing the processes of extraction, refining, transport, storage, and distribution, enormous gains in efficiency and volume can come with the added value of reduced waste. And with that, we gain access to AI labor. Part of the efficiency advances and exploitation come from efficient and automated machine labor. Using advanced computational methods and materials, a highly flexible and instantly retrainable workforce can be built. Wow. Flawless, uncomplaining, and efficient, these workers boost both industrial production and research and development. +5 influence per pop on hot, +5 influence per pop on sterile. And public 3D printing. Okay, this is something that you can, let's read about it. By allowing a part of your industrial base to become a large-scale 3D printing service for private commercial initiatives, income for the imperial coffers can be generated. The perfect choice for when you need to convert excess industrial capacity into cold, hard dust. Just keep an eye out for outrageous 3D designs. So what you do is you elect to quote unquote build this building, but you will never ever complete it. It'll stay in your queue. And for as long as it's at the top of your queue and it's there, it will take all of your extra industry and consume it. And 25% of that is then converted into dust. So for planets where I'm doing things like not building anything, because it's an industry-based planet and all I have is science-based buildings, for example, then I could put this in there and at least I'm recouping 25% of the industry being produced every turn that's just going to nothing otherwise, and I can get dust out of that. Colonize lava. For obvious reasons, this planet type is nicknamed Shake and Bake. Due to their active volcanic characteristics and excitingly lively plate tectonics, the major hurdle to colonizing lava-type planets is the creation of sufficiently robust and tremor-resistant buildings and public infrastructures that are, of course, also fireproof. Nice. All right. So that's what we got going. And now we're ready to move to turn 68. So it's going to take, I think it said 13 turns total for all 3 techs. Alright, we completed this. The Academy Spymaster, for he is that, as well as many other things, nods at your report. He is restless and short-tempered, and you learn a few Sophon words that perhaps you should not have, but he appreciates results, and you have delivered. Level a hero up to at least level 8, okay. And we get the Empire Academy for that. I'll need to build it somewhere, I'm sure. Oh no, it's just an improvement. Yeah, well that's what buildings are, they're improvements. Okay. Eye of the Storm. You're waiting to hear from the Mercurial Sophon again, or perhaps his assistant, when you are contacted by a different leader. She simply calls herself Chloris, a Mizari ship captain, once the commander of Knet Muldoir and the military strategist behind the rebellion. Her interests turned to science and archaeology, and it fell to her to organize much of the construction of the new metropolis around the sacred ruins left by the lost. Now one of the foremost experts on endless technology and lore, she is asking that you build research and academic centers, urgently, to maintain the balance of power in the galaxy and within the factions of the Academy. During your brief discussion, you learn that the Fidesz-class hero ship, Drop, was named in memory of the Mizan professor who instructed her when she was a Vidyani slave. She comments that the Fidesz-class ships are lethal offensive weapons, which is a fitting memorial. Secrets are meant to be unraveled. Science will provide the tool. Mercurial Sophon. So she was a leader of a Sophon rebellion? Military strategist behind the rebellion. Build 3 science improvements. Okay. Reward Academy of Finance and Investment. Isyander has accepted your gift and in return builds a university dedicated to making minor populations help to run your empire more efficiently. While this is clearly a political gift, strongly aligned with Isyander's convictions, it is also very pragmatic. Plus 2% dust on empire per assimilated minor faction. Petra has leveled up. Let's see, so we have plus 20 system approval. Perhaps now it's a good time to move on to this. This is fleet-based, this is manpower-based, which I don't think I'm having any struggles with. Oh, this I'm a little bit more interested in this. Because again, we're just killing it in industry. Alright. Here they are. Darn it. It is a wild goose chase. I'm not going to catch them. So that means I need to go here and I need to set up an ambush. All right. There is a planet here that is colonizable. What is this? Change the planet type through terraforming. All right. Oh, what would we be able to do? I'm not going to do it because I have things that benefit from hot and sterile. But we could go to desert. We would lose 8 industry. You're a lava planet. We would gain in population, gain in dust production, gain in approval, and gain in food. But because this is an industry-based system, I don't want to do that. Where I might do that, because you're increasing in dust and population, is over here, but I don't have a lava planet over here, so Never mind. Alright, this is colonizable. What else is colonizable? Nothing yet. So I got those two. Alright, moving to turn 69. Let me make sure that we don't have any new buildings. Like that academy. Okay, apparently the academy is auto-built. Yeah. It applies to the entire empire. Okay. Okay, we can colonize Mediterranean now. Riled researchers. It appears that an intergalactic congress of scientists has turned into a labor dispute. They have come to the conclusion that their work is grossly underappreciated and plan to halt all experimental efforts until their wages improve, their lab equipment is upgraded, and their work reported more professionally. Well, if we ignore them, we get better industry. Right now, I'm interested in more science. Okay, maybe it's time to do something. It's better to spend a little money than to see your knowledge and research talents dwindle and disappear. I'm at plus 124 on dust production, so let's do it. Have we made it to this system yet? No. 3 more turns. Okay. Anything else colonizable? Yes. I've already got you queued up, I think. Yes, I do. All right. How are we doing over here? 20 turns left. Atmospheric filtration will be done in 2 turns. How's our power looking? We're at 351. What's lower than 351? There's one planet at 303, one at 332. So we're still third from the bottom, it looks like. Okay, move to turn 70. Construction queue empty, yes. Hero available for recruitment. Ah, this is what I needed. I need somebody who can lead a fleet. So we have wit, labor, command, and wanderlust. So I'm looking primarily for maybe a mix of wit and command. So she might be the best one overall with, like, she might have the highest score. I'd have to do the math. And I don't math well in public. But 6 and 7, she's probably not going to be the best. It looks like it's going to be this guy right here. Oleg Lagarin. He is a guardian, which is what I would want. He's with the Scientist Political Party. That's like not really applicable to me. I'm just noting it. Yeah, I want this guy right here. Select a hero to recruit among those proposed. All right, Oleg. Let's assign your skills. Plus 10% fleet health on fleet. Plus 10% shield absorption. Plus 4 experience and vision range. Well, I'm chasing down some big fish right now for what my guys are having to punch above their weight, so I'll take the health. The hero personally oversees fleet-wide reinforcement and inspection while dry docked, hounding engineers and dock workers to constantly ensure their ships will stand up to the worst of what lies out in the deep space. And we'll take 2. Plus 20% fleet health on fleet. Those were the 2 points that I got. We need to get his ship fitted out now. Let's just strip everything. Start from scratch. Let's begin with weapons. He has 3 nodes. All 3, actually 4. I know you probably want to mix and match. I really am just trying to find out how viable is all kinetic, like full artillery. So far, it's been okay. Let's see. For defense, he's got 2 nodes, so we will put 1 of each. For support, he has 2. I want to outfit him with nano repair bots. Okay. Squadron ship modules, nothing. So there we go. That's his ship. And we're going to assign him to this fleet. They have to first get into a system. All right, so that's good. Oh, a ground battle at Eridanius? From whom? Pirates? Oh yeah, because that thing was going to start in 5 turns. Son of a gun. All right. We had a minor victory. This looks bad. The Living Plague. Your scientists have detected a heavily damaged ship of unknown design entering your home system. The ship is unresponsive to hails, and sensors have detected that the engines are in critical overload and it will soon self-destruct. Scanning the ship, you discover that it contains not only a dense computer core containing untold secrets, but also passengers in stasis who have been infected by an unknown plague. You can only save the core or the passengers before the ship explodes. Well, that's an easy choice. Save the core. Yeah. Save the core. You will need to increase your industry and science to create the special tools and machines to extract the core. Okay, population growth. Hero level up. Where are we going with you? Right here. Plus 10 dust per sterile on system, plus 10 dust on system. There we go. Optics research labs have been completed in Othero and Turkana. So we've got 1 more that needs to be completed. Oh, and it would be Eridanius, who's under siege right now. My navy needs to go here. And then maybe we can make it back in time to set up that ambush, but we got it. We need to take care of this right now. Alrighty then. Atmospheric filtration will be done in 2 turns. Ground battle, fight it. Minor victory, so we're holding out against them. Ebella's been compromised. Mind matters end. No. Yes, ends. Okay. And this event also ended. Oh man, all of a sudden dust is at neg 33. I think those events were helping, perhaps. Oh well, we're also being blockaded, so that might have something to do with it. We will fight poachers. These are larger ships than what I'm using, I believe. Well, we took a bit of a beating in that. Okay, done. And solo quest complete. So we got those 60 super spuds. Highly modified tubers that provide a near indestructible food source, perfected by the endless scientist Vaderhan. System development, I don't use it for system development. It is preferred by one of our populations. The debris drifting silently through the void is a reminder of a minor engagement where pirates lost to Aesop Grimm, during which 4 ships were destroyed. Concerning the military personnel involved in the action, made the relatively low number of 300 victims. That's a weird sentence. So, in regards to the military personnel involved in the action, Aesop Grimm's fleet was able to maintain a relatively low number of 300 victims, I think is how that's supposed to read. All right. We need to repair. And then come back to here. 1 turn left for atmospheric filtration. There are things that I could be doing right now that I'm not, because I'm wondering if it might be better to start over again. I had some lessons learned on this. I don't think I was aggressive enough at the beginning on colonization, and I would like to try that out. Already scheduled, okay. But I don't want to do it until we've actually played things out here. It's just that, for instance, I have not gone and refitted my navy in order to make new ships that I can afford to make. So let's end turn. We're at, what, turn 71? I think we're going to go to turn 75, and then each night aim for 25 turns instead of 30. Okay, so we can now colonize ash, and we're moving on to colonizing lava. Complete. Unexpected and delightful? Whatever these strange entities are, they are pleased to have made contact and insist that they come in peace. Or at least that if they do harm, it is by accident. A small gift of their technology may give you a look into their strange world. Build 3 optics research labs. We get an Umbral Choir ship. Well, we need it. Objective achieved. Build 3 science improvements. Chloris and Exrazos apparently share an opinion on rebellions and uncontrolled assets. As your scientific discoveries boost the deeper insights of the Academy, there is agreement that a wider variety of experiences coming from unusual, eclectic sources can only help their cause. So we gained this reward, an empire-wide improvement. Quest started. Part of the troubles plaguing the Academy are a result of its structure. It has 2 primary centers of study or education, and they often compete for resources and attention. One of them is involved in the historical study of the lost and endless ruins and their technological analysis. The other is the public face, because this first, core purpose is voluntarily kept hidden from outsiders. This second domain includes the perception of hero candidates, their filtering based on their potential, their training and education, and eventually the vast galaxy-wide service business of renting out their skills to interested organizations. Isyander's deepening interest in the first center has left the second with less oversight and control than it needs. There is disaffection within the Academy and within your systems. Maintain your prestige. Produce 82 influence on the Empire. I'm currently at 32 of 82. And we will get stellar strikecraft. Materials and communications, sciences culled from unique planets and endless technology lead to rapid advances in the efficiency and capability of atmospheric aircraft. Plus 20% air damage on Empire and negative 20% air manpower costs on Empire. Okay. Well, I guess the pirates still have troops on the ground, so decisive victory. Excellent. All right, event end. Event end. Up here, we're at neg 106 on dust. That's horrible, man. Neg 1,147 on manpower. What the deuce is going on? I don't know. I do not know what is happening here. Military upkeep is incredible. It's incredibly high. This is a pirate faction. I have to get rid of these guys. I can't afford them. That made a big difference, but we're still hurting, man. What other navies do I have? I don't have any other navies. Oh, no, that's Isyander's navy.
The Vodiani and our church acknowledge you.
Hello. All right, so we made it out to here. They have a behemoth. Dust ruins. What do we got going here? The Lost Expedition. The expedition made landfall days ago, but nothing has been heard since they entered a region of mild seismic activity on the second day. Electromagnetic analysis of the region suggests that their communication equipment should still be functional. so lack of contact is unlikely to have a technical cause. What should you do? Stay loyal to the missing team and send another party down to investigate? Or keep everyone aboard and not expose them to unknown risks? You have a bad feeling about this. The old Star Wars phrase. Communication equipment should still be functional, so lack of contact is unlikely to have a technical cause. Well, we should go rescue them. Search the Curiosity on the planet Kairos. 1. If you're ready to sacrifice 10 Hyperium and maybe your fleet. Do it. You owe the expedition team your loyalty. After all, who will serve you in the future if they think you will abandon them at the first sign of danger? Your scientific council, however, has advised you that the action is not without risk. They estimate a 20% chance of the entire fleet undertaking the search being lost. Okay. Unknown consequences. Expedition successful. Okay. And search encounter. Yep. Okay. I don't know why my fleets are costing me so much money. System dust production. Negative 113 from system dust production. How can I be at neg 113? Why am I at negatives? 101. Is it because I'm colonizing? Maybe. Neg 74 over here. Neg 49. What's it cost? I wish they would break that down for us. All right. Maybe this will get better as we move forward. I'm a little nervous about that. Oh, it looks like they are sieging. Why is the Academy sieging my system? Maybe they're defending it. These are the betrayers right here. Okay, so we can probably chase them. They would probably have to go this route because they're being trapped over here. All right, in turn. So our analysis was successful on Eridanius 2. Okay. Colonized desert is done. Eridanius and Turkana probably need to be looked at right quick. We are getting better. We're definitely healthier here. There we go. These are ash planets. Lava is still inhospitable. All right, then we have the gas planet there. Well, if we can make it through this tough stretch, we might see a real explosion in our economy, which will then allow me to build up my navy. Hopefully some of these planets will start giving us some of these resources. I know we have resources around. Yeah, see, this Mediterranean has titanium. We desperately need that. Okay. This is my Navy, right? Yeah, man, they're tiny. Moving to turn 74. We got a little bit worse here. I don't really know what's causing these kinds of numbers. Objective achieved. So we got eukaryotic sap. Oh, yeah, it's a tech that allows colonization of snow. Advancing from a basic understanding of xenovegetation, this technology introduces cellular manipulation to create robust saps that have a range of applications. Okay, we need to learn that the aliens' homeworld. After analyzing the core, you learn that the aliens' homeworld was attacked by a malevolent race of extraterrestrials who conquer planets. Quickly strip them of their resources and then move on. In addition, the core gives you algorithms to predict their next target. They move fast, though, and won't stay at the site of their last victory for long. If you hurry, you can intercept them before they leave, or you can head to their next destination and lay a trap for them. Orbit around Hedel, or reach Jovanis in less than 10 turns. Well, I'm not in a position to do much of any of this. I guess we'll set a trap. Probably gonna fail that one. Okay, over here we need to colonize the Mediterranean. Oh, we did it already. That's what it was telling me. Okay. Alright, so now we're getting +3 titanium per turn. That's good. We will be able to build new fleets soon. Let's go here. We should be able to queue them up already. What am I missing? Resources. Titanium. Okay, so how many? 3 per, so I need to make 3 of them. So 3 times 3 is 9. I need 9 titanium. I can go ahead and queue this up. It'll only take 1 turn. Let me wait then. Because I want them to come together quickly, like as a navy. I don't want to have one ship there and then I lose it. All right, these are the betrayers. So they have made the decision to walk into this trap. Maybe they don't know about these guys. Moving on to turn 75. This will be our last turn for the night. Ah, the Academy did not attack. I misunderstood what was going on there. I thought they were here to help us. Man, they sure can travel a long ways. Ah, bummer, man. All right, colonize Ash is complete. Maximize exploitation will be done in 2 turns. Huh, we're still looking rough in the red for population and dust production. Okay, we're gonna save this. Call it YouTube 4, right? Yes. And there we go. And that's going to be the end of this stream tonight, guys. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.